I want to talk about one of the biggest questions that I get asked all the time. So I've been a personal trainer for 8 years, and I've been on my own health and fitness journey probably for the last 16 to 18 years. And one of the biggest questions that I get asked is, how do I keep the weight off? So I help people lose weight. I see it all the time. They do a great job and they stop coming. And then a few months later, I hear from them and they're disappointed in themselves because they've put the weight back on. Look, I myself have gone through the struggle. I've tried every diet possible. I've tried every exercise program. I've had countless trainers. I've tried many pills and potions. I even got one of those belts that you wrap around your waist and it's supposed to shock your stomach and create this six-pack ab in weeks. All of that belt did was create this horrible muscle twitch that I couldn't get rid of for months. The only thing that has worked is being consistent. Now, that's easy to say, just be consistent, do it every day. But life doesn't always give you the opportunity to do that. And if you're feeling that way, that's because some things have to change. You may have to change your surroundings. You're going to have to change the people you hang around. You're going to have to change the music you listen to. You're going to have to change the television programs you watch. You're going to have to change the places you hang out with. And I tell my clients this and they're like, well, look, all I want to do is lose weight. I don't want to change my entire life. But you've got to understand that if you're dealing with weight issues, if you're dealing with health issues, it is because of the people and the things in your life. And I know it's hard. You probably love these people. You may love the things that you do or the places that you go, but understand that they may not be serving you. And just because you have to change it doesn't mean that you're going to go without, you're going to be unhappy. It's just going to allow you to open yourself up to people and places and things that will better serve you. I found that throughout my journey, there were certain things that I wanted. When I told my family and my friends that I wanted to become a bodybuilder, I mean, you would think that I would get support, but I mean, I would get some of the craziest comments. People would say, oh, don't go getting too big, looking like a man, or why would you want to do that? You're so pretty just the way that you are. Why do you want to lift weights and grow muscles and look all masculine and stuff? And I would spend hours in the gym and I would get backlash from that. Like, you should be doing something else. Why do you spend so much time there? And I know it's all out of love, but I loved myself enough to stick with it because I knew that where I wasn't happy. I would have friends join me for a workout, and afterwards they would, want to go hit up Taco Tuesday or want to go to the drive-thru, and sometimes, try to talk me out of doing what it was that I knew I needed to do to stay focused on my goals. And I realized that I was outgrowing them. I was outgrowing these people, and, you can't really get rid of your family. You're kind of stuck with them. But I realized that I couldn't share all of my dreams and all of my goals with them. And not because they were going to, tear me down or anything like that. But I think that, people just get comfortable in their expectations of other people, that when, you want to change and you want something different, people don't always understand that. And that's okay. That's totally okay. But if you're struggling and you can't understand why, it's because those things need to change. Now, you don't have to go to this extreme, but I really don't watch television anymore. I don't listen to a whole lot of mainstream music. A lot of the people I used to hang around, I just don't hang around them anymore. I'm growing, I'm changing. Um, my goals in life are expanding. And unfortunately, some of the people around me were not. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with them, or I don't think that I'm better than them, but I just understand that my path is different. My goal is different. And there were a lot of things that I had to change and I had to grow from in order to live a healthy lifestyle. And that's not just how I look on the outside. How I look on the outside is it's a bonus because, what I really needed to change, the biggest muscle that I needed to exercise, the biggest muscle that I needed to nourish and feed was my mind and my heart. I had to follow my heart, and in order to follow my heart, I had to start changing my mind. I had to start conditioning my mind and deprogramming the things that just were not serving me anymore. And there was a period of time where it was lonely. It was hard. I felt abandoned by my family and friends, and I'm sure they felt abandoned by me as well. People stopped inviting me out to certain things because I started saying no. No, there's something that's more important to me right now, and it's worth the sacrifice. While I had to turn certain people down, it also opened up doors and opportunities for me to meet people who were where I wanted to be. They were doing the things that I aspired to do. And maybe I never felt like I could do them, but I would look at them and be like, okay, they're doing it. Why can't I? And I started to hang around these people, and they gave me all the motivation and encouragement I needed. No matter how many times I felt like I failed, they were just right there to say, oh, it's okay, girl. It's all right. Just come on, we'll do it again. It's okay. I stopped watching certain television programs. Look, I love me some reality shows. A little good drama here and there is always a little entertaining, but I realized that as I was watching these shows, I would feel agitated. I would feel irritated. Some cases I would probably even start fights and arguments with the people that were close to me, and I didn't understand why. Why am I so aggressive? Why am I just feeling like people don't like me, or everyone is against me? And I realized that it was because of the programs I was watching, the music I was listening to. There just came a point where I just couldn't align with it anymore. I really listened to the lyrics that I was repeating, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not a bitch, I'm not a hoe. Like, I'd love to have a good time, but I don't want to shake my ass every day for, some man who only looks at me as an object. Not to mention I'm married. So, just certain things just stopped resonating with me. And I began to separate myself. And the more I separated myself and attached to the things that I really desired, which was being healthy, being a good mother, being a good wife, a good daughter, a good sister, and really just living a life that felt meaningful, I started to step into the life that I wanted to live, the things that I truly desired. It was hard. Let me tell you, it was probably one of the hardest things that I ever challenged myself to do. But in the end, it really gave me the opportunity to challenge myself, to trust myself, to see what it is that I'm really made of. People would make fun of me because of the things that I wanted to do. But the more I followed my heart, the more I stuck to my goals, the people that were making fun of me actually started reaching out to me and saying, hey, you're really looking good. I see that. Man, your body is really changing. How are you doing it? And so the laughs, the negative comments began to become questions. They started to notice that the more I separated myself from them, that I wasn't like them anymore. And some people didn't like it. That's okay. I'm okay with outgrowing certain people. But the ones who really cared, the ones who really mattered to me, they started changing as well. Not themselves, but the way they treated me and the way they showed love for me began to change because they saw that I was serious. They saw that it was something that was important to me. And their laughter, their discouragement began to become encouragement. So I'm not saying you got to go, cold turkey. You got to stop listening to music altogether. You got to stop watching television altogether. But start by making small changes. Start by changing the programming that you're watching. If you really feel like, you need some downtime and when you get off work or you have some free time, you just want to sit back and watch television, that's fine. But change it to a program that's going to benefit you. Change it to a program that piques your interest in something. If anything, I would encourage you to pick up a book. There is so much knowledge and power in a book. It really allows your mind to start working beyond the basic programming that we receive on a daily basis. Your alarm clock goes off at a specific time every day. You got to be at work, certain days of the week. You have obligations outside of that are a constant, and that's okay. But the more you start to change your environment, the more you start to change the people you hang around, you'll start to grow, and you'll realize that your environment was producing the person that you were. So if you really want to lose weight, you really want to get healthy, I need you to take a second and just forget everything that you've learned and understand that losing weight and getting healthy doesn't really start with eating healthy and exercising every day, but it starts with changing this programming here. Food is delicious. Fast food is so convenient. All you have to do is go through the drive-through, look at the menu, pick out what you want, and literally in less than 5 minutes, you've got food. It's ready to go. It's ready to eat. But there's no quality in that. There's no connection in that. At this point, a lot of people in society are just eating for pleasure and not for purpose. Food was always meant to be fuel for the body. It was meant to be medicine for the body. But we've gotten in this comfort zone where it's become about pleasure. And don't get me wrong, I still love a good, delicious meal at a restaurant with my family and friends. But I had to start eating to serve my body. My body needs certain minerals and certain vitamins and nutrients that you're just not going to get from processed food. You need to take this time to, really understand what food does for your body. And the more you invest in yourself, and understand that it's an investment. It is totally an investment in yourself. that you're going to start to see the changes that you want. You're going to start to get the results that you want. And before you know it, life is not going to be about losing weight. It's going to be healthy. It's going to be natural to you. But you've got to be willing to change your environment. You've got to be willing to start changing your mind and reconditioning your mind. I know that's a lot to take in. I know it may even sound a little overwhelming, but if you're willing to make these changes, and it doesn't have to be this major change overnight, but start making little changes on a daily basis, you're going to find that the weight loss process and the staying healthy process, it becomes a lifestyle. And it's not a 30-day fix. It's not a 90-day fix. It becomes a lifestyle. And before you know it, you're not fixing anything. You're just living to be happy. So I hope that these tips help for you. I promise you they helped me and they have got me to where I want to be. So if you're willing to start applying these changes to your life, I guarantee you're going to lose weight. You're going to get healthy. You're going to have the body that you desire. You're going to have a ton more energy. You're going to feel way more inspired on a daily basis. You'll find that you're not looking for motivation or inspiration. You actually wake up with it, and life is going to be so much easier. So I hope these tips help for you. If you found what I said today helpful, make sure that you click that little like button and subscribe to my channel for more motivation and inspiration. If there's something that you want me to touch on, if there's a subject that you feel like you need a little bit more help with, make sure you leave that in the comments below, and I will be sure to make a video to help you. That's what I'm here for. I love motivating and inspiring people to be their greatest version, to live their truth, and to just be happy and healthy. I thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.